Natas has been doing fantastic on Nuke recently,
Yeah.
and then they got blown out yesterday, which was, yeah, definitely an interesting thing to see. We're live with the knife round, so no chance of missing the pistol round this time, boys. Welcome to the stream. This is Epicenter live from Moscow. It's the second day of groups, and this is our second map of the day between Virtus.pro and HellRaisers. If you're just tuning in, HellRaisers upset VP on Cobble, 16-14. So close, just tooth and nail. And now we go into Nuke. And just to give you a little backstory, if you missed yesterday, Virtus.pro are currently sitting first seed in their group with a 2-0 win over SK. So they're now 2-1. And so we have to see, are HellRaisers going to be able to pull off pretty much like the upset of the century, or are VP going to reestablish their dominance here on Nuke?
Well, it was a good start there. Was a 2v1 at the end, but HellRaisers winning the knife round and see if they can build something big behind it. You said they're going to try and maintain their focus that they had coming out of Cobblestone, but we don't know if they have the same level of practice and the same level of cohesion going into this map. It could be a lot harder than it seems. And Virtus.pro, obviously, with the incredibly strong start they had yesterday against SK, you got to imagine that they will want to not go too early on here, day 2.
Especially not against HellRaisers. I mean, you still have Fnatic waiting in the wings. But,
Yeah.
HellRaisers are supposed to be a, just done deal for VP. They should be able to collect their 2-0 win versus HellRaisers, move on to Fnatic, where maybe they split. If Olaf or Twist or somebody goes nuts over on Fnatic, anything can happen. But this is one of those series where VP are the clear favorites, and it should be, no contest. They should be able to get the 2 wins, sit at 4-0 in the group, and really lock in that semi-final slot. But because that is what is at stake here. First seed in the groups, you skip the quarterfinals, you go straight to the semis. You collect much more than $200 as well.
Much more, yes. $500,000 prize pool here at EPICENTER. Really quite impressive, and it's going to be one hell of a battle. I look forward to being in the arena as well. That will be coming up, so don't worry about it. HellRaisers versus Virtus.pro here, and I think they just asked to stop, and then it says live, everyone going to be restarting. Yeah. All right. Fair enough, fair enough. So winning the pistol round here for HellRaisers, being on the CT side, is so massive. If you could do that, then you set yourself up for a very strong first half already. But the same is true for Virtus.pro if they do it. And look at that. 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes. I mean, I can almost say already this is an A execute. Like, it almost has to be. It'd be madness to do this with a B1 instead, I feel like.
VP have definitely got quite a bit, or they've shown that they're very capable on this map as well. When it comes to the executes, they've done some homework, they've put some prep in, and we've seen some very clean nade executes coming from them out onto the A site. And so them going for this in the pistol, that's a big play. 3 Kevlars and 2 guys rocking the nades, as you said.
You see, Bialy setting up for Molotov. Someone has been watching Theorycraft after all, because that is pretty much, that's probably going to land on the hut. I assume that's what he's setting up for. We'll get a chance to see maybe. Now, are they actually going to follow up on it? They are making some noise down towards the ramp room as well. That could just be putting some pressure on HellRaisers. And they might just try and see if they can get the rush in.
Done quite a bit of damage to 0 already. That's a fantastic start. Surprised to see Stiko just going for the straight 5-7. No Kevlar to back him up. They didn't raid boss anybody on the CT side. And Dead Fox again going for the kit. So he looks like the kit man here. But nades, smokes, flashes, Molotov. Well, smokes and Molotovs going onto the A site. Now Stiko instantly drops behind Squeak. Doesn't see a soul. Doesn't see anybody. And now alarm bells are ringing. HellRaisers are thinking, where are VP?
They're all the way outside. This is incredible. They've thrown all the grenades for an A push, but they shot in the back. Angel picking up the kill. Bondic with a headshot. Oh no. Virtus.pro, they put so much into this round, and now Angel comes up the ladder, gets the kill, looking for another one here on Neo. Almost alone as well. Jumps down and takes a little bit of damage. And Neo in a 1-on-3 here. Oh, this is horrendous. He's going to go down. Angel to clean it up with a triple kill, and HellRaisers win the round regardless. This is unbelievable. So the grenades they've thrown were exactly the 2 grenades that I proposed originally. They throw the grenades onto the hut, and they throw one of them up on the catwalk inside the bomb site. That forces a lot of the CT positions out, and you can see they sort of fall down into the bomb site, and then they take the long way around. That's such an elaborate strategy from Virtus.pro to run all the way into T-Heaven or CT-Heaven like that.
Why am I getting the feeling that this is like deja vu? Kind of what we saw on Cobblestone as well, where VP, they were like all over the place in their pistol round. Felt like they outthought themselves. They were out-mind gaming themselves. And so once again, I mean, here we are. They just tried to go for a clever play in the pistol. It totally backfires on them. And now HellRaisers, they're trading kills here in the second round. It is a force buy for Virtus.pro after all. But VP, they got a kill. They only have an MP9. They don't have anything else. So the rifle still in play. The rifle's still in play for HellRaisers. Okay.
Just trying his best. He somehow managed to sneak his way in to have it again here. Oh, that would have been a big kill on Bondic, but he picks it up, does go down to Taz, and Zero is going to fall as well. This is looking... Oh my god! Neo taking out Stiko! I was going to say dangerous. Neo beating me to the punch there. Dead Fox going to be alone with an M4 in a 1-on-2. And he does have the bomb, and that might be the one thing you could sort of say for him in favor of him right now. This is dangerous, and if they lose this round, HellRaisers, I don't know what to say.
Catastrophe comes to mind. Cluster. Sad times. I mean, yeah, that's the brutal turnaround here. And while he doesn't have much HP to work with either, Dead Fox, he's at 24 HP. There's the smoke going down. Instant Molotov. Nicely done. That's going to force Neo out into the open. 28 HP, and he's going to roast. We're into a 1v1. Dead Fox, he's managed to do it with good use of utility. Taz is going to be able to sneak his way back up onto the A site. With 9 seconds left, he's just barely going to make it onto the site in time to get the bomb plant. And now this makes life very difficult indeed for Dead Fox. He has to figure out how to get up the ladder. What? Oh, clever. He's writing it off. He realizes he's in a huge disadvantage, so he goes for the MP9. He doesn't want to sack the M4 for Taz to find. Look at that, Taz. Guess what? You got an MP9.
I mean, yeah, I guess either way, if he'd got the bullet off, it would have been fine. But what a ridiculous round for HellRaisers to lose. Just the fact that they let go of Heaven that easily, that Bialy can make his way in there, and Bondic gets trapped in the corner, and it spirals out of control. I think they just gave Virtus.pro way too much space to move around with, all over the map, basically. That's a shocking turnaround here, and HellRaisers, they're not going to have any of it. They want to see if they could find them very early on here. Scout, Mag 7, UMP, Deagle, P250, they've got pretty much everything going on right now. And Dead Fox, he needed that headshot.
Yeah, he did, actually. That's a bit of a shame. He's going to be looking for the follow-up. He is going to spot him out in the open. He does get the tag and then gets naded into oblivion by Bialy. So that's fine work. There is still the scout in play. Stiko with the Swag 7 up close by Hell. Going to spot the second man as well, so he has confirmation. There are still bodies over here for VP. Snacks holding the yard to make sure that it's going to be a little bit more difficult for some kind of flank to come out here from HellRaisers. But now that Angel has the scout, he just needs to sit and hold the angle. He needs to trust in himself to actually, have the correct angle and occupy it with the scout. Now instead, he's going to be in a bit of a tight spot. There are 3 players out in the yard ready and waiting for him, and Bialy's going to find the kill.
Good readjustment from Virtus.pro, and a bit of a shame that they couldn't keep Neo and the rest boxed in on secret stairs there, because that would have been great if they could have had the scout on the one side, the Mag 7 on the other side, keep them locked in, but that didn't really work out. Bondic on a bit of a flanking mission. Stiko going to be jumping right into that Mag 10. Neo sees it coming. Good headshot there. The bomb is still in control of Virtus.pro, and Bondic can't find the second kill, so Zero going to get shot down as well. A good round coming out of Virtus.pro, only losing 2 people, and going to be getting into the third round, where now, fourth round, sorry, definitely HellRaisers unable to buy.
No, yeah, this is doomsday, basically, for HellRaisers. You can see the coach behind them kind of chatting it up. I mean, you have to try and come up with a solution for the next round, because you're going to be on pistols here. And is the adjustment, I mean, the adjustment needs to be, we have to try and find a solution for yard control. You can't allow Bialy, that's one of the new additions, right, that you can just walk all the way around, all the way to Heaven. That wasn't really easy to do or possible before. It used to be you had to make a couple of jumps to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's something that CT sides have to take into account now, that they can get flanked completely if they don't pay attention to yard. And again, look at that, Bialy, this is his MO now.
And I mean, I guess in a round like this, we can kind of excuse HellRaisers for giving up this control just because they don't have the pistols. But you're right, he did it earlier as well. And that is, I mean, I think for a while we've been saying that this is a very different version of Nuke than the other one, but people have been playing this map like it was the old version, which is sort of to be expected. I mean, you know the old one, and you've got all the strats and the years of experience on it, so you might as well just sort of, keep playing that way. Oh no, Neo. But I hope people will start to readjust, and definitely that outside catwalk is one of the really important ones, right? Yes. That's one of the big changes, so we'll see. The other one obviously being the fact that there are just 1 vent instead of 2 vents now. That's a really big change too.
That's huge. Can still run around in the vents, though. I think that's like the main standout criticism for Nuke, is just that a lot of analysts, etc., say you know, if you actually had people crouch in the vents instead of running, you know, it'd make it a little bit more difficult for CTs to lock down sites.
I think people who say that, though, may have forgot that this isn't 1.6. In 1.6, it was perfectly viable to be crouching sort of out of vents and everything. Sure. Just like on train, you could crouch under the trains and still be, it could still sort of have a good defense. In Global Offensive, because of the Picus advantage, if you had people crouching in the vents and under the trains and stuff, that would be hell. That would truly be hell. Let's never do that. It made sense back then, definitely did.
Different game, different times, different mechanics as well.
Yeah. Just ever so slightly. A lot of Molotovs being deployed outside for Virtus.pro. You see them checking the red container, in fact, with Molotovs. So that, I think, I mean, they want to be safe, sure, but that's a lot of grenades to be using. Trying to see if they can pick it up. Oh, Neo! Dead Fox could not see his way through the floor there, but you can see Neo definitely could, and an opening on Zero as well. This is a godlike start for Virtus.pro here on Nuke.
I thought that Neo had actually spotted the man in garage as well, but Bondic will find the kill on him. But this does open the way for Virtus.pro to get onto that B site, get that bomb plant down. Stiko waiting, and he's going to be able to spot Snacks out. Nice shot, Snacks. He's going to get out of there just in time, but Pasha's there to get the kill, and that pretty much seals the deal here. HellRaisers, not a whole lot they can hope to do in a 2v4 retake when the B site is already pretty tight to get into to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, if Snacks had gone down, it would have been a 3-on-3 without the bomb plant, and maybe Stiko could have focused on something else and wouldn't have got caught up. So, very unfortunate there. Just a deciding factor in that round. Bondic, not even sure he can live through this one. Very tricky, obviously. Ends up going down as well to Bialy. And Virtus.pro 4-1, and again, eco coming out here of HellRaisers. And as you were pointing out, it's very hard to retake the B-bomb site, and it's even worse now that you only have one vent. That's one of the big issues, right? You only have that one vent to try and go through if you're coming in from upper.
Yep.
So you get funneled a lot more. 0 on 0 kills. The irony is abundant.
Titillating.
Yeah.
I mean, what's titillating for VP right now is the sick bank that they have going now as well. I mean, this is gravy days, you know, where CT side doesn't have a dime to their name. They're having to go on pistols, and you're currently sitting with like 4 guys above $5,000. Like, this is as good as it gets on the T side of Nuke. And if Bialy continues to hit headshots as well, it's only going to add, to his happiness. There we go. Nice shot on Stiko.
Dead Fox knows that Bialy's low, so he's going to finally hunt him down. It's very aggressive, but definitely well worth the effort. Zero struggling to do anything here. He's got the C-set 75, and they pretty much know where he is. They already spotted him, so he's going to walk right in there. Only Bialy going down in this round. 5-0, and now HellRaisers. They need every single round from here on out. They need to win the next 9 rounds in a row. The good news is that's perfectly possible on Nuke, but you got to imagine that they are a little bit shell-shocked from the beating they've already taken here by Virtus.pro.
Yeah, I'm looking at the incendiary count, and they have everything they need here. They have great utility on HellRaiser's side. It's not the full buy, but it's still solid enough with the incendiaries to stop any rushes, any forward aggression, and the smokes to block off those choke points. And in the meantime, VP, knowing that the HellRaisers are obviously going to have the money after that eco, they decided to just play passive, and they're holding in yard. They're waiting to see if HellRaisers, you know, under this kind of pressure, are going to crack and try to go for some kind of aggression. But it's not happening here just yet. There's Pasha waiting for the nades to go in before he actually starts to push on Silo. And he's going to be the one at risk because isn't it Dead Fox out there with the AWP just waiting for somebody to peek?
Yes, he is indeed. Angel, in fact, going to be the one to do it. So that is very interesting. And sneaking around as well, Pasha in the smoke, going to be dropping down through main and looking for the spray. He's flashed, though he can't see a thing, but neither can Stiko. Up on the hut right now. He's going to get a little bit of help out in Bondic, getting a double kill, but they will still lose another 2 players. Still a 2-on-3 here. And Taz opening up with a big double kill. HellRaisers, they need this round. They can't really let go of it. And standing in the fire there, Dead Fox going to end up going down. That's a triple kill for Taz. And that leaves Zero. Has not got a single kill yet in this map, and now is in the 1-on-2. With the bomb down on the B-bomb side. And he's going to end up going down. Quad kill for Taz, closing out that round and just delivering a huge blow to HellRaisers here again.
Taz has still got it. What a monster. And that's got to be the tactical pause. Yep, there it is. Tactical pause coming out here from HellRaisers. And they aren't wasting any time. They realize just how deep in the hole they are.
Yeah, this is very reasonable. A really big problem for them being presented here. And I don't know. They got the early frag out in yard, and that was fine. But
I think it was a mistake on VP's side as well, because that smoke in front of Silo, I think would have been blocking off Dead Fox's angle from Garage. It would have been blocking the angle to top Silo.
It could have been, yeah.
And so it makes me wonder, was Bialy's job, Pasha and Bialy, was their only job to look at Secret and that rail? Like, was that what was going on? And Bialy just, fluffed it. He was watching Secret or something along those lines. I mean, that looked a little off, a little odd to me with the smoke placement right in front of Silo like that.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting smoke, let's put it like that. But it did also help Pasha to get down into main so quickly, which is not so easy to do. So, yeah, that's another area that haven't been able to use like that before. So it's very interesting. With the vents out there, you can hide behind them more than it seems. There's a lot more cover there than maybe is obvious.
Yard as a whole, yeah, that has gone. I mean, let's say, obviously, apart from the blatant the railway that goes all the way around the roof now to get to upper, to get to heaven. I mean, yeah, there's just structures that have been added all over the place. The fact that CTs can get onto the roof below heaven as well now, and even have like the air conditioning vent to hide behind, as we saw when Bialy got the headshot on Stiko. That position right there is new. Adds more. I guess difficulty for the T side because they have more angles to worry about when they push out there. But then if you can maintain high ground and low ground advantage, like you don't even have to worry about the smokes. If you're T, you got the guy on the high ground to watch that position. It's it's still clearly the case that teams are trying to figure it out. Like they're still trying to figure out the details here. And HellRaisers, they are looking like they're kind of flinching under the pressure here.
Yeah, someone on the desk, I think Vendetta was making the point yesterday that you can't really judge how much of a competitive map this new version of Nuke is, because teams are so incredibly slow to pick up new maps. It literally takes like a year or more before teams start to be like, oh, okay, let's try and look into this a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can't blame them. It's obviously for them. They've got so many tournaments going on. So if you try and find get good at a new map, it really takes a long time, and it's a lot of work that you then don't have on other maps.
I think the important point you need to bring up as well, real quick before we get into the action, is that 7 maps, if you're going to put time and effort into one map, you're going to lose time and effort and practice on the other maps, and that's going to come back to haunt you. Just like Snacks and Bialy completely dominating Yard.
Wow. This was a round with minimal investment for HellRaisers. They did have a scout and some armor and everything else here, but still no upgraded rifles. So we'll see if they could get a little bit of damage in. Maybe steal a rifle somewhere. That would be a big win. Zero looking for his first kill. Still not going to get it. Poor guy. Dead Fox, though, will pick up a kill on Pasha before he goes down, leaving Stiko, and they know where he is. So not sure we can expect much more out of a round like this one. Just some wild wall bangs coming out.
Dio's just having a ball right now. Is he going to try and like spray his name into the wall or something?
Why not? They're just hunting around. They don't really need to, but at the same time, why not? Yeah. Stiko a little bit worried there. Going to end up going down. Triple kill for Bialy in a 7-1 scoreline. They have the money. Dead Fox has the AWP. And once again, HellRaisers, they are so incredibly far behind. We could be seeing a real stomp here. Yeah,
that's what I'm looking at when I look at the money, where Snack starts with 16,000, Taz with like 14,800. Okay, then you've got money for days. Basically, you're not ecoing anytime soon if you're VP. Because even by the time you're tapping through all this bank, if you start to lose chain rounds, then the round bonus will start stacking up, and then you're just buying again. So there's no easy path here for HellRaisers. They have to do it the hard way. There shouldn't be any ecos, to kind of give them an easy round. It's going to be against rifles through and through. And while Snacks continues to reign supreme, Stiko is down. And while, the HellRaisers can't seem to find an edge right now. Virtus.pro got them by the throat. Oops.
Not entirely how that grenade was supposed to end up, but see if they can maintain. Pasha going to be going down. That's Dead Fox outside, picking up the kill. Very important. Snacks has made his way out, but Bondig is going to find the better angle on him, and it's finally an advantage for HellRaisers. 4 versus 3, and Zero just going to try and fall back. Dead Fox, a little bit of air control there. Looked like he may have had a chance for a shot. Scary play, but Bialy trying to clean it up, and he's going to find a double kill and somehow they're back into it. Zero just having literally the worst game of his life right now. Bondik sees the shadows. That's an easy kill on Bialy, and it's going to be a 2-on-2.
What the hell is going on? This is all over the place. Bialy getting that second kill is unbelievable. Now Taz gets the drop on Bondik, loses the duel. even with the advantage, and now it's a bit tricky for Neo. He's going to get Molotov'd out into the open, spotted, and that pretty much ends it. And you can try and come in and deny the defuse, but he doesn't know exactly where the bomb is planted, it looks like. He kind of had a general vicinity, but 360 degrees where you can try and get in on that bomb for the defuse, and he kind of has to just guess.
Yeah, great quad kill for Bondik. He's also dropping the scoreboard as well. Actually tied with Bialy at 12 kills. So he's really doing a lot of work right now, which is impressive. That 1v2 at the end there highlights a really important fact that everyone should keep in mind when watching Nuke now or in the future. Is that CTs really need to save a smoke for a potential B defuse. It's very hard to defuse the bomb in B if you don't have a smoke. So always do that. Always do that.
Here's some variety. Some aggression out in yard now. Looks like HellRaisers are getting tired of getting beaten up out here. Stico lying in wait below silo. 3 players focused on yard. And this is actually one of the things that teams have been talking about on CT side, Nuke, where they're saying, well, actually, you can't really bank too much on inner. If you're going to take over yard, you got to put so many people out here and really just fully gamble on finding a kill or two to shut down the T side. And there we go. There's the flash. Angel peeks, takes down Pasha, takes some innate damage, but still, this is fine because he doesn't need to go overextend now. Stico's here as a guarantee. Snacks is going to find the kill, and if Snacks looks to the left, well, he doesn't. He's dead. Stico gets the kill.
Bialy now, as soon as he can figure this out with Neo, does go down before they get the kill on him. So Stico getting a good double kill out of that one. That leaves Bialy out in the yard in a 1-on-3. So look for a minute like HellRaisers were sort of forgetting what they were doing out there, you know, like fighting a little bit too much on their own. But it works out anyway. And it's so hard for Virtus.pro to predict that there was going to be that many people there. Bondik picking up another couple of kills. And finally, HellRaisers are starting to figure out what Nuke is all about.
There's the answer. And now is it the gamble, right? Where are Virtus.pro going to go next? Is it going to be ramp? Is it going to be the continued battle in yard where VP are like, okay, is that how you're going to play it? Well, this is our turf.
Interestingly, we really, I mean, throughout all the Nuke games we've seen, we don't really see many ramp rushes. And that used to be a feature of Nuke. Both ramp and A rushes have seemingly just disappeared, you know? I can understand why the A rushes have, because, Bialy, you ready for it this time? Angel going down. But you used to be able to grenade this door out really early, and you can't with the new version of Nuke. So that's maybe one of the reasons why the A rush is just a little bit less effective.
And VP, they just decide, okay, if you're going to get clever with us, we're going to go to default. We're just going to hold default and wait for you to push, wait for you to get aggressive, just like here. Zero might be able to catch Taz off guard. Bondik has somehow managed to get up onto the roof of lobby, and that opens it up for Zero to find a pick and bring it back to a 2-on-2.
Not just a pick, the first kill of the game for him here. So it's a very good job. Bondik almost losing his head then. That's a little bit scary, but it's a 2-on-2, and I think he's got control of the bomb up there. So they're going to have to go for him. Oh, Bondik picking up another kill, making it a double. Last one left is Bialy, who's been playing very well so far, but they need this round, HellRaisers. They need all the rounds.
This is so difficult now. Well, I mean, they know where Bialy's going to be, but Bialy's having to use all of his utility to try and clear this out. Finally able to get up there to get the bomb, but he's only got 30 seconds left to make the play. So Bondik's holding the angle, sprays Bialy. Wallbang's coming in, and he's actually going to pick up the kill. No, Bialy now has to actually try and run back, but Bondik is not going to let him have that kind of space, that room to maneuver. And this is pretty much a round now where Bialy's, he has to consider just trying to survive. Hold on to the gear for the next round.
Did he seldom running like that? Zero not quite buying it. It's an interesting one game. Now they definitely heard him and they know where he is. So they could go for the hunt here. Bondik has an HE grenade, so if he could make it close enough, I'm wondering if he could throw this far. Probably not. Would have been a fun way to end the round. Either way, it's 7-4, and we are going to see a pause, a tactical timeout for Virtus.pro. They're so far ahead, but they still feel like they should pick it up right here. 16 kills on Bondik, by the way.
Yeah, no, Bondik is having a fantastic game, which is really fascinating considering, I mean, Angel kind of cooled off, only sitting on the 5. Dead Fox as well, only on the 6. But VP still have the money for the full buy. And I think the VP right now, I mean, I wonder what's going on with VP because that round felt very fluky to me. Like like the bomb carrier gets killed on the roof somehow. How did that happen? Especially after Virtus.pro were able to pick up 2 kills with their default hold to begin with. So something must have just got wrong that we missed on the stream, unfortunately, that we did not get to see. Yeah,
I mean, just like the yard aggression, obviously, if you put pressure on lobby and if Bondik makes his way all the way up the ladder to get a kill, then things get really weird, you know. for the T side. So
especially considering Bialy was holding solo out in yard. So where are the 4 other guys? How does a player for HellRaisers infiltrate your lineup like that and actually manage to make it in and kill the bomb carrier?
who knows?
The struggle.
Look at Bondik's mouse pad. It's actually on the, it's sort of about to slip off the other side of the table. I love this setup.
This is actually, you can see all the wear on it too. That's a mouse pad that's seen some years. It's aging like fine wine at this point.
It's very interesting. We're not seeing, there's not too many people here who have their keyboards sort of fully tilted, the 90-degree angle, you know?
Yeah, but you know, we need existence. We need shocks for that.
Shocks,
right?
yeah. Very good for it. Still not as strange as some of the Quake players and how they play.
No, my favorite is Rafa. He plays that style where he has his keyboard on his lap and sits diagonally to the table so that his elbow is like just resting casually on the table edge like that. First time I saw that, it blew my mind. I was like, what is going on?
Some absolute madness. We got the AWP on Dead Fox here going into the 12th round. If you are just joining us, then HellRaisers actually took the first map. It's a best of 2 here, so see if Virtus.pro can come back and maybe pick up Nuke. It's looking very likely at the moment. I would actually I'd be shocked and stunned out of my mind if HellRaisers could make a comeback and win this map. I feel like they're so far behind right now. It's going to be tricky.
It's going to really come down to what they have in store. There we go. Money HE does a bit of damage to Taz, and it's just going to be a straight rush right through the smoke, and there it is, Anders. The A takeover, but Bondik alive on dog walk. He's picking up kill after kill, 2 for him, and that sets it up for Zero to get in there to deny the plant. And Angel now in a 1v1 versus Neo. Neo's only got the 6 HP. But these are the kind of situations he thrives in. We'll see if he can actually succeed in getting the drop on Angel, and he very well might. Angel is not expecting him to come from on high. This is unbelievable. If Neo actually catches him out, does he realize where Angel's coming from? The footsteps. Angel! No way! Neo, with 6 HP, ends the round with 3 kills and the 1v1 clutch.
Devastating. Absolutely devastating. He just didn't expect him to be up on that roof, and that is pretty much the end of it. Virtus.pro going for the same executors in the pistol round, and again, they get that Molotov up on the catwalk on the inside. It's one thing that they get it on the hut, that's already good, but the Molotov up there forces the CT players down, and they're just in such bad positions when they end up getting into the bomb site. So, I'm personally very excited to see them actually doing that.
Terrifying and just incredibly frustrating. Look at this, HellRaisers. They realize, just go for the force. We need something, guys. We have 4 rounds. VP have 8. They have a single rifle to work with here, HellRaisers, and it's on Bondik. So, I mean, it's in good hands at least. He's been hitting shots. But the rest of his teammates sorely lacking right now. Although Stigo trying to do his snacks impression is going to get shut down completely. Pasha and Bialy pouncing on the lower defense. 2 kills, well 3. And that opens up B site pretty much. Bondik now, he's in that weird state of mind where just back off. I mean, back off. Save the M4.
Yeah, but back up to where? You know, he's sort of trapped. He's sandwiched in between 5 players, and I don't even know how you make it out of this one. Taz obviously ready for it, and Bondik somehow still escapes. What was that?
He's had fireman training, you know? How some of those guys can just fly up ladders.
I mean, obviously something is going on here. That just looks so weird. Still getting kills, double for him. He's certainly getting a really good scoreline for himself. Tragically, his team is losing, but...
$600 in his pocket. Well, that's all you'll get. Tragically, yes, indeed.
He's got 20 kills, and they're losing heavily on Nuke. It's just... It's ridiculous. He's 3 kills ahead of Bialy, and they're still losing the map. 2
kills on Stico, or on Zero, rather. But then, yeah, Angel, Stico... Dead Fox. Everybody seems to be struggling apart from Bondik right now, and that really gets you wondering, what are HellRaisers doing on Nuke? How do they, if this is the level that we can expect, or that they can expect, you know, how does this map actually make it through the pick ban? Yeah.
I mean, I think HellRaisers were expecting a much better start. Taz spotting out Bondik, and this time there's not going to be any kind of trick. Ends up going down. Angel hiding in the smoke, but not for very long. Pasha just seeing it coming, and obviously, I mean, they only have pistols anyway, so can't expect too much. But what a shocking display of power here from Virtus.pro. And they needed it coming out of Cobblestone, where they took a loss here.
Scary. 2 kills there for Pasha. He's just farming right now. And Stiko, he might be able to catch somebody off guard. Might. But still, not super important. It's all going to be about the 15th round, basically. HellRaisers, that's what they're ecoing for. And we'll have to see if they can afford to get some nades. But, I mean, it's like VP, you're right. I mean, they aren't showing a tendency to rush. And so that's just turning it into a slower game. And unless HellRaisers get a lucky break, like Bondic sneaking up onto the roof again or something along those lines, it seems like when they get into a straight-up kind of battle scenario, VP are coming out ahead. So right now, I mean, VP have all the money, all the toys. Snacks has got his AWP as well. He's deciding to change things up. And he's going to go straight out into yard as well. So if they've been aggressive out here, he's definitely going to find that pick.
Snacks, AWP being allowed to challenge this early on here. Very difficult for HellRaisers without an orb of their own to actively challenge yard. But we were discussing this yesterday. You don't really need to. You just need to stay alive. Angel just has to be a presence here. He can even show himself a couple of times, but just the fact that they know that they have to go look for him, he's out here somewhere, and if they try and get into secret, they have to worry about him sneaking up behind. Even with the smokes, if he gets the timing right, he could definitely make some trouble for them.
Where is the angle here? Dead Fox. Okay, he's on top of locker room, right? Might be able to actually look over, but Snacks is ready for him, and taking those shots pretty much gives it away. He's trying to set it up for Angel right now, who still has some HP, and Angel will be able to drop Neo. That drops the bomb as well. Snacks is going to be able to try and bring it back. He finds a kill, but Zero in the meantime is taking out Taz. And Snacks, well, it's a Snacks show. 2 kills for him so far, and that means that VP are still in this fight. 2v3, but he needs to find Dead Fox. Dead Fox needs to die already.
Yeah, and he's in a very bad position right now. Snacks is sneaking around the other side, so if he peeks this angle, he's going to be in some trouble. Grenade raining in. Dead Fox still alive, just being a thorn in their side out here. Snacks 1 versus 3 with just 25 seconds. I think HellRaisers may have sort of locked this one in for 5 rounds in the first half. I mean, it's not great, but maybe, just maybe there's a chance. They're going to get the 5th round as Zero picking up a double kill, and that's going to be 10-5 overall for the half, favoring Virtus.pro. That's way, way, way too many rounds to give up if you're HellRaisers. Certainly not what they were expecting.
No, not if you start CT. You win the knife, you start CT, you even get the pistol. And we have to remind people, HellRaisers picked up the pistol to start things off.
Yeah. And then lost the following round.
And then lost to the force buy in the following round. So basically just a catastrophic first half here for HellRaisers. About as bad as it gets. Even with some good teamwork like what we just saw in the last round. They needed more of that. You know, Dead Fox and Angel playing off of each other in yard. VP being kind enough to donate the bomb. That's actually 2 big rounds that VP have given away due to poor bomb control or poor, rushing forward with the bomb. If you die with the bomb, that's it. Your team has to fight at that point now to recover that bomb. And HellRaisers are going to make the adjustments necessary. When Dead Fox is playing as well as he is, what are you going to do? They're going to take you out. Nice, Keeban.
I feel like what a lot of the CT sites that we're seeing on Nuke today here, but also yesterday, we're seeing CT sites that play this sort of like they do on every other map. They'll try and get like an early fight, maybe get a bit of an advantage, and then they will fall back. But the problem is on Nuke, if you lose that early fight, it becomes hard on the CT side to sort of stay alive. I don't know why they're not playing so defensively that it forces the Ts to execute onto a bomb side, because that's the really hard part of Nuke. Even if you have a lot of map control on the T side, you still eventually need to go into A or B, and that's where things get really tricky. And they're not being forced to make that decision. They come out of the early fight with an advantage, and then it's just sort of all uphill from there. Neo and Snacks out in the yard here, and trying to see if he can fall back. Snacks on 8 health, but still fighting. And Neo in the back line here, and HellRaisers are going to give up on that fight, and that might be a smart choice.
Yeah, they look like they wanted to get down that secret ramp towards B very quickly there. And it's not going to happen. So now they have to kind of, well, obviously shift up the strategy, and you can already see them focusing on ramp. So it will be a bit of a hello here to Pasha. We'll see if he can hit some headshots. 5 players about to come rushing at him, and Dead Fox, instant headshot onto Pasha, drops him, and now things get a little tricky here for VP. 2 of their players have taken quite a bit of damage, and they're about to go into a B-side retake, which is always nasty.
Most definitely, especially because they don't have that dreaded smoke we were talking about. Neo does have a defuse kit. Snacks is going to be going down. That's Stiko picking it up. He's got the Tech 9 and armor, the full raid boss build. And with the bomb down and with Bialy down as well, this is just getting much worse. Taz gets a kill, but if Neo drops here, and he will, that's the kit gone all the way on the other side. Yeah, Taz just saved the armor and the USP. It might seem silly, but there's no point in doing anything else.
You're actually right, especially because he hasn't taken a single point of damage, so he'll be able to reinvest $350, get a helmet for the next round, a little bit of money saved, maybe can actually get clever with the money and go for a UMP or go for something that could try and catch HellRaisers off guard. So, interesting decision. How Taz, run away. Don't die now. He takes damage in the end, so never mind.
A little bit annoying, but I mean, regardless, I would say if VP are feeling very confident, then don't anyway buy. They're gonna do it, but I would probably buy less into this round. If you've got 10 rounds on the T side, I would almost just save fully the first 2 rounds and then go into the 4th round with everything you could possibly want and just close out the map.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're interested in doing that at all, though. It's like Taz actually invests in Neo with a scout. Snack's alive in the yard with the dig. Bondic just going to back off just before he manages to get that angle in there. And so HellRaisers, they're putting up a fight. They're wanting to make, again, their way down towards ramp. But Neo's going to get 2 tags on the Angel that takes him out with the scout. Zero there to bring a kill back. Oh. Snack's wall bang on Bondic. And this is just turning into a brawl.
That was sick. He was hiding in the smoke and Bondic walking right on top of him. Zero is out in the yard. It looks like he's a little bit worried that someone's sneaking up behind them, maybe.
That is your teammate. Yep.
Yeah,
he just realizes.
I'm wondering if he thought that maybe someone was going to be behind Dead Fox walking in. I'm not sure. But they are being snuck up on him, but it's by Snacks coming out of secret with a Deagle as well. Looking up, sees the player there. A little bit off timing. Still gets the headshot. Looking for a second one. Snacks gonna pick it up for a triple, and that leaves Stico up on the silo alone in a 1-on-4. And HellRaisers, they are not making it easy on themselves. They've won both the pistol rounds and then lost both the following rounds here, as I'm assuming Stico is not going to 1v4 them with 11 health. That just doesn't seem likely.
I think bins or plastic bags need to be provided next to HellRaisers right now, just because they're about to be sick all over themselves. Like they win. You do the hard part on Nuke, which is to win the pistol rounds.
Yeah.
And then 2 of the rounds of the 6 rounds that they have are pistol rounds, and then you lose the anti-eco in both cases, in both halves. That's disgusting. That's actually disgusting. They had a real chance here because they've already upset 16-14 on the first map. HellRaisers beat Virtus.pro on the first map 16-14.
Yeah. And they even give up UMP of, you know, an AK as well. This is just more fuel for Virtus.pro's fire here. 11-6. And I don't know what HellRaisers. At this point, when you're this far behind, and it really is a massive gap that we're talking about here, I don't think there's any like wrong or right anymore. So them buying now, fine, whatever. Just do whatever you feel like at this point. The chances that you win this are so infinitesimal that you might as well just go for it. Yeah. Just go all in.
You have to, and they're because of the hesitation as well. They can't fully rush, but then VP had the anti-rush nades, they had the incendiaries that they had thrown down immediately. And so HellRaisers instead starting to set up, or at least indicate to VP that they have the option to go A with an execute by breaking out the windows above the bomb site. They are a little bit limited on their nades, HellRaisers obviously. But Snacks is going to spot one body running out in the yard still. 4 players ready to go, charging out, and oh, it's the old vent strategy. Bialy, there once upon a time, could have dropped down the vent to try and answer it, but instead, they're going to have to allow HellRaisers to get the bomb plant on B, and it turns into a retake scenario now for VP.
Well, they're doing a pretty good job here. Pasha and Neo picking up a kill each. The bomb is down in a bit of a strange position with Zero holding the other side of the door. Bondic going to be spraying down. One, he can't find the second kill. Zero's position, I wonder if he realizes, is not as clever as it seems. It's a 1-on-3 for him still, and he's going to get one more headshot in, looking for a bit more, but he's eventually going to run out of time and ends up going down. Here's the issue with the position that Zero is holding there. If they try and open the door, then instead of the door opening in, it opens out when there's someone on the other side. So it's not like the door is just going to get blocked. As far as I think I tested this because I wanted to know if it was going to stop the door from being opened.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure if there's someone on the other side of the door, it will just open out towards you instead. So, you know, it looks like fun, but I'm pretty sure it works the other way. And I couldn't tell you if all doors are like that, but I remember testing that one for that very reason in some of my many hours wasted. Looking at Nuke.
There's an investment, Anders.
It's an investment into obscure things. Angel and Stico with A couple of deaths early on, and Virtus.pro 4 rounds away from winning. They must be feeling great right now, and this should be a lesson, I think, to everyone else watching here. I mean, Virtus.pro is a good team to study right now if you want to look at how to play Nuke. They're looking very confident and very comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, a dominant first half. Winning the anti-ecos allows them to get up to 12 rounds, and they're pretty much going to pick up this 13th round. I mean, crazy things have happened, but a 1v5 with a Deagle, Kevlar, I find it highly unlikely now. And yeah, Bialy illustrates that. So, pretty standard fare coming out here so far from HellRaisers, at least after the catastrophe of the second round. And so now we actually get into the buy round. 4 AKs and the AWP. No surprise to see Dead Fox going straight for it. And he even goes for some utility as well.
It's going to be hard on Bondik. You know, he's got 21 kills. He's tied with Bialy for the top frags in the game, but they're just losing horribly. Credit to Zero, though. I mean, he had a terrible start, and that happens to every player every once in a while, you know. But he was 0-8, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
But now he's sort of back up with the rest of his team. Not that that's great. It just means that they're overall not getting enough kills. But still, he individually sort of picked himself up a little bit. So credit where it's due. We're now going to be in the 20th round, and Virtus.pro 3 away from taking it here. Neo going to be sneaking up and catching Angel, the perfect timing. And you saw when VP were on the T side how much they kept Molotoving secret to make sure that people weren't doing just that.
And that's exactly the thought right there, right? If there's a single grenade that goes in there, Neo all of a sudden backs off, and Angel is able to clear out towards the locker room, towards Heaven. Instead, he gets picked. Bondik, though, might be able to actually pick up the man on Dogwalk, spots him early this time around, and Taz is gone, but Bialy there to turn things around. 2 kills for him, and the man advantage, 2-man advantage now for VP, and well, the round over for VP, 14-6. HellRaisers trying to pull a fast one on VP, trying to get out onto that A site quick, and they do get a couple of kills, but it's just not good enough. Virtus.pro, they're hitting all of their shots. They know that they've got this within their grasp.
And if you want to attack A like that through Hot and through Squeak, it is so much more fun if you could also get someone in from main. Yeah. And that's what was Neo denied early on, right? The fact that he gets that kill really early in the round. 14 rounds for Virtus.pro, and here they're going to get a chance to just cruise through. They're up against mainly Deagles and a little bit of body armor on Bondik, but that's about it.
That's unfortunate. The bomb trying to make its way down vents again, it looks like, and that almost looked choreographed right there. Just instant death. Everybody dying out in the yard. Stiko going to get pre-fired by Snacks. And, well, match point here for Virtus.pro, and quite a few of them as well. Cuban looking pretty satisfied. And, I mean, VP right now should be feeling pretty good. It's almost an impossibility to throw it away at this point. So, HellRaisers, well, I mean, HellRaisers, I think already, obviously, they're not going to be feeling too pleased about Nuke, but they did manage an upset win on Cobblestone, and that could make all the difference, considering it's the top 3 in the groups that move on to the playoffs. 4th seed in the groups goes home, so every win counts.
Yes, and especially with the round difference, you know, that could be what settles it in an eventual tied situation. So winning 16-6 here, if that's what's going to happen, definitely be very impressive. But Neo has gone down, opening from Bondik, who seems to be of the mindset that if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. He's just picking up pretty much all the kills. Pasha, a bit of off angle. I think he's up on the railing right now, down towards ramp, so making life hard for Dead Fox if you wanted to peek it. Angel goes down, and it's back into a 4-on-4. And you already highlighted what's really going to be the big issue here for HellRaisers, the fact that they won both the pistol rounds. Can't get 6 rounds winning both the pistols. That's not acceptable. Oh, and a dunk grenade.
Yeah, I mean, what you have to be wondering as well right now is just, you know, what happened to Angel? What happened to, well, I mean, Zero, you pointed out, you know, Zero's kind of woken up after pulling a James Bond at the beginning of the half, but you know, Angel has had an outstanding performance so far in the first day, and in the first map as well, he did excellent work. But in this map, he's been completely absent, and I think that's making the difference right now for HellRaisers, where they aren't quite able to go toe-to-toe with the firepower versus VP.
Well, this time they managed to get the kill on Pasha, who was oddly standing in the corner trying to no-scope people. That didn't quite make sense to me, but very swift move from Stiko afterwards. As soon as he got the kill, he just rushed in there. Now he's taking a fight with Bialy, comes out on top. Taz is there, and Bondik there to help out, so very good job on HellRaisers. Looks like they're going to extend this map just a little bit further. Snacks in a 1-on-3, and as soon as they know where he is, he's pretty much in a world of trouble here. So I mean, 7-15, so much money on Virtus.pro, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. They aren't going to have any trouble at all buying again, and Zero actually going to find the headshot first. Bomb goes off, but they are not there for it. So 15-7, match point still for VP, but HellRaisers, you're right, claw their way back into this, at least extending it by 1 round. And that's what I was wondering. Are we going to have a similar scenario here? Double AWP now for VP. Pasha and Snacks is one of their plays that they're capable of. Obviously, both of them competent oppers.
Pasha's AWP should have obviously been an auto sniper instead down in ramp. That is actually a nuke classic, and there's a good reason for it, because people often use smokes to try and get close to ramp to rush it. So if someone puts up a smoke like that on the T side to try and get in there, you can just spam through it with the auto sniper. I kind of wish that was a thing, but not at this time.
They'll get back to the comfort zone soon enough, someday. It's like the auto sniper on train. So those kind of like positional classics.
Yeah.
Zero. Oh, nope. Gonna lose the duel versus Taz and Hut, and that's no possible response there from Bondic, which is so frustrating for him. He needs to get that trade kill if he loses one of his teammates like that, but not possible, and that really sets up VP nicely now. They can just sit back, play ultra passive, and force HellRaisers onto the bomb sites. That's exactly what's gonna happen. 2 players playing on Hut as well.
Angel quick in there, but there's nobody really there to follow up on it, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Bialy picking up a double kill, and Snacks taking 1 out. Taz will be going down, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be 16-7 in favor of Virtus.pro as they take out Nuke. HellRaisers and Virtus.pro splitting maps here. Very interesting, winning on each other's map picks as well, just to point that out. And ultimately, HellRaisers are going to be so frustrated. You said it, I just want to highlight it again. You win both the pistols on Nuke, and you only get 7 rounds overall. That's shocking.